The Colts have a dominant run game with Jonathan Taylor, but kind of a pitiful pass game right now. We're going to take over, bring the Colts to the Super Bowl, and turn things around in Indianapolis. I tried to make head coach Bustin Tugger, but it didn't let me. So now he's Bustin Coach. But I kind of like that, so I'm keeping it. By the way, if you're looking for an amazing draft class for Madden 25, it's this one. E2M, Eli Manningham. This guy's a beast. All right, we're going to start this rebuild by making the Colts round 1 pick 14 selection. Now, there were two big tight end names in the draft. That was Colston Loveland and Tyler Warren. And honestly, I think there was more buzz about this kid, Tyler Warren. Many people regard him as the most dynamic tight end in the class. A 6'6", 260-pound tight end out of Penn State. Elite jumping, great speed, great strength. I don't know what he is in this draft class. 72 in true value, but he is hidden dev. Solid overall stats. Yeah, kid's gonna be a beast. That being said, though, the rest of this draft, we're gonna leave that up to chance. So let's see how this played out. First things first, the draft recap. What do they have Tyler Warren at? Wow, he's a 71 overall, dude, but my CPU got Jaden Ott out of California, who's a 78 overall in the 4th round, bro. I mean, it's awesome. We do have Jonathan Taylor, so I don't know that I really need him, but that's pretty cool. Cameron Williams, a 72 right tackle. So yeah, Tyler Warren here on the Colts. I think I do, you know, there's not a lot of playbooks that really use the tight end. It's pretty much Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't want to run Kansas City Chiefs offense, so we're just going to have to see how Tyler Warren does in a different scheme. All right, let's talk about this Colts lineup. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, one of the most exciting players on this team. 26 years old, out of Wisconsin, 5 years in the league. He's got a ton left in the tank. He's a superstar running back with great abilities. Jonathan Taylor's going to be awesome. I don't got anything to worry about there. Anthony Richardson, though. So Anthony Richardson, there was a lot of hype surrounding Anthony Richardson. Incredibly athletic quarterback. He gets injured last year. They've got him at 73 overall normal development. It's a make or break season. If we can get Anthony Richardson an awesome season here in a dev trade upgrade, we can stick with him. But if he has a mediocre season, he will then be 24 years old, normal dev trait, 3 years in the league, and like a 74. And at that point, I almost need to draft another quarterback. So I say we give Anthony Richardson a couple good years here, but I don't know. I honestly think the perfect scheme to run for this team is actually going to be Buffalo Bills, because Buffalo Bills passes the ball intermediate, and I don't want Anthony Richardson does have a cannon. So does Josh Allen. It's vertical power run. So you're going to run the ball a lot to Jonathan Taylor. Your quarterback can scramble a lot, which is great for Anthony Richardson, and you're not fully reliant on the pass game, and I just don't think we can be. Downs, Pittman, and Alec Pierce. You've got 3 solid wide receivers, none of them a total standout. Tyler Warren still needs time to develop. And we need a right guard. We need a center. O-line's kind of lopsided. Like, Raymond, Smith, and Nelson are really good, but the interiors, yeah. Defensively, I love Nick Cross, young stud. He's going to develop really well. Moore is an 87, but he's not superstar. Blackman and Jones, you know, it's like a solid secondary. Definitely need some help at the linebackers. Perkins can develop, and so can Carley's, but these guys are 6'9", 70 overalls. We got Leatu, DeForest Buckner, and Kwity Paye. And you know what's funny? I thought Leatu was a Charger, but I don't know ball. I think this is going to be a fun rebuild. I don't think it's going to be the most difficult in the world, but I don't know. Either we're going to develop these guys amazingly, or we're going to completely paradigm shift, and it's going to be somebody else back there. Ton of different wide receivers. It remains to be seen. But first things first, I'm switching up this scheme, and I'm going to go with... We're going Buffalo West Coast power run. Sorry, power run vertical. That's what I meant. Vertical power run. Yup. Also, the Seattle Seahawks would like to get fleeced. They want to give me a 5th, a 6th, 2 7ths, and a star dev 25-year-old middle linebacker for Samuel Womack. Yeah, sure, Seattle. You want to just hand me a fleece on a silver platter? Why not? And I'm going to do something kind of unorthodox here. At my slot wide receiver, rather than developing Downs, Pierce, Donnie Mitchell, I forgot about Donnie Mitchell. He's really fast. Rather than developing any of these guys, I'm going to put Tyler Warren at slot wide receiver. I know that that is not the best idea for this team winning games, but what's most important to me right now is Tyler Warren getting reps, because the faster he progresses, the faster this team gets better. Let's sim to mid-season, see how things are looking. We'll pop in for a game and get rebuilding. 2-4 to kick it off. Not the greatest, but we've got a matchup here against the 3-4 Texans. Let's shake the rust off and try and get the Colts a little W here. It sounds like they need it. Damn, Nico Collins is an X factor now. Remember, we're technically like 1 year in the future. Not technically, but like, you know what I mean. Like some of those players got crazy good simulated stats in that first season that we went through already. Because I don't think Nico Collins is supposed to be an X factor. All right, Zaire Franklin taking down Joe Mixon. Nice start. You know, we could progress Harold Perkins too. Harold Perkins, I believe, was LSU. Really strong linebacker. He's only like a 69 overall, but if we can get him some solid stats, I like how things are looking. Same with Nick Cross and Blackman. What do you think, Carlise? 3rd and 8, sending the blitz. They throw low, and Julian Blackman, great wrap up. We're going to hold him to 3 here. And we find ourselves in the red zone. Where's my boy? Wow, so Tyler Warren, when he's in the slot, I kind of like that, though, because he's going to be a size mismatch here. That's an easy one. Tyler Warren freebie. I'll take that. All right, 7-3. We're back in on defense. They need my help. Where's Zaire? Zaire Franklin's the guy I want to be on. 1st and 10. Zaire Franklin holding down the middle. Got to get some young guys in here. Big hit. Oh, fumble. It was a big hit. Colts football. Nice work. All right, we got ourselves a little 3rd down alert. Once again, dude, I want to target. It's really, you know, to me, it's Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Warren. Those are the guys I want to progress. Josh Downs, too, though. I think Josh Downs has a very bright future, and I think oh, no, got to get up. Okay, good. Not intercepted. Oh, shoot, that was 3rd down. We got big balls around here. We're going for this. 4th and 4. Looking for Josh Downs in the middle. Outside of that, we're just going to have to make a read. Remember, Anthony Richardson, he can scramble. Oh, yeah, Anthony Richardson's got daylight. Daylight. We don't slide. Oh, my God, Anthony Richardson. That was disgusting. You had no business going for that like that. All right, Jonathan Taylor outside. Tyler Warren in. Who's going to get us this tutty? That's a mismatch. Come on, get. Jonathan Taylor with a nasty move. But he just steps out of bounds. 2nd and goal. Dude, it's so awesome to have a superstar running back. I almost never have a wow, I ran that like an idiot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I almost never have a superstar running back, you know? I just rarely end up with one. It's nice to rebuild the team that's already got one. All right. Jonathan Taylor. Boom! Come on, baby! Maybe at the goal line. He did not want the smoke at all. Houston, okay, Houston put up a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but we can put the nail in the coffin right here. 1st and 10, I honestly think... No, that's fine. That's a great check down. Jonathan Taylor, get big! Oh my God, he's a freak. J-Train. What's Jonathan Taylor? Does Jonathan Taylor have a nickname? Do they call him anything? I really don't know, but I'm going to big boy Tyler Warren. That's what I love about a tight end at the slot, honestly, is it's just a box out. It's a basketball like post up. If he is inside position, if he's in front of the DB, he's probably going to catch a football. And he's certainly not going to get picked off. 14-11, deja vu, we are the Colts. Jonathan Taylor, end zone. Texans are going down. 21-11, we're back in the red zone. Wait a minute. I don't know what just happened. Looks like the Texans had a quick turnover. And we can do a little bit of stat padding here if we'd like. They refuse to guard Jonathan Taylor down there. Richardson's having a great game. So is Jonathan Taylor. So is Tyler Warren. I don't really know who's the player of the game right now. We've also got the backup tight end, Jelani Woods. I honestly do like Jelani Woods. Scramble. Anthony Richardson, you want one? Why not? Damn, this offense is clicking. This offense is clicking. We catch a dub, 28-18. The Colts move to 3-4. I mean, there's a small chance we make the playoffs. Let's find out. Deja vu, anyone? We successfully pulled off another 8-9 season. Just barely missing the wild card, but I really don't think it mattered. I think this, all things considered, was a great season. Good development, good win total. Overall is higher. Let's take a look at the stats for our roster. So wow, I was just about to say, how is that? Oh. Dude, you notice this so much. Anthony Richardson loves throwing interceptions. He is such an interception merchant. But I gotta say, I like Buffalo's playbook. As Anthony Richardson progresses, those interception numbers will go down. 4,200 yards, 29 and 26 is some Jameis Winston ass shit. Jonathan Taylor, 868 and 13 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson, 435 and 6. That's perfect. That's awesome. Oh my. So this is really interesting. Even though Tyler Warren was the slot wide receiver, 91 receptions, 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns, everybody else still had more. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Jelani Woods. I don't know what we're smoking, but why on earth did my backup tight end have 5 touchdowns and 754 yards? Why on earth did... That is so weird. What happened there? Why is Jelani Woods getting reps like that? Jair Franklin and Jalen Carley's had a ton of tackles. DeForest Buckner got home 8.5 times. Perkins 6.5. Harold Perkins putting up a potential rookie of the year stat line here. 6.5 sacks, 4 TFLs, 35 tackles, 2 interceptions. Ton of interceptions for this team. Carley's, Kenny Moore, Julian Blackman, Harold Perkins, Jalen Jones, Juju Brents, Nick Cross, Jair Franklin. Of course, we do want to take a look around the entire league. Mahomes putting up an MVP stat line. Joe Burrow, a similar MVP stat line. Just too many interceptions here, I think, to win it. Not a particularly strong passing year. Every once in a while, you'll see those 5,000 passing yard seasons. But Anthony Richardson in the top 5 for yards. He's also in the top 2 for interceptions. He is tied with Russell Wilson, but luckily, Bryce Young exists. So he had 1 more interception. Shedeur Sanders and J.J. McCarthy are also up there. Kenneth Walker had 1,400 yards. Saquon had 20 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had 21. Cooper Kupp caught 1,500 yards and 12. He's on the Rams still. He is not a Seahawk. Christian Kirk came in second. That's new. Defensively, Edgerrin Cooper had almost 150 tackles. Myles Garrett and TJ Watt tie. And 8 interceptions for Jair Alexander. All things considered, not a particularly statistically significant year by any means. Sorry, that was nerd shit. It was a standard year around the league. That makes me believe that it's going to be a Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl. And I think the Eagles are going to win it. That's my prediction here. Ooh, I'm almost good, but not quite. Not gonna lie to you, gentlemen. If there's an Eagles-Ravens Super Bowl, that shit's gonna be so electric. I want to see that Super Bowl so bad in my lifetime. 28-24, Eagles win it. Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl MVP. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Colts linebacker, Harold Perkins Jr. Let's go. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Ashton Jeanty on the Cardinals. Saquon wins Offensive Player of the Year. MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year is TJ Watt. We got about 65 mil, though. This could be a solid free agency for us. This is an interesting free agency. I mean, Kirby Joseph, yeah, I just don't really need him. I like how our safeties are developing, and he's really not interested in our squad. I need a center or right guard so I could pick up someone and just move them. Ooh. Wow, Jake Ferguson would be such a nice pickup, but that's Tyler Warren. We don't need him either. Let's go Connor McGovern. 79 overall center. Way better than our center currently. Well, maybe not. He's a 74. I think if we're going to go O-line, we got to make a big signing. My current right guard is a 70 overall. We could try and get Zach Martin for 2 years here. It's going to cost a lot of money, but I think it's going to help out a lot over the next 2 years. And hopefully by that time, we've drafted or gotten somebody. We're the only offer right now on Zach Martin. He's still considering, and it looks like Seahawks have made a more competitive offer. So I'm going to bump this up. I would love to have 2 years of Zach Martin as Jonathan Taylor reaches his prime. I don't think that deal was... We're going to go very player-friendly instead, and we just kind of have to hope that Zach Martin does want to play 3 years. Ugh, he's 35, though. I don't know that this is the right call, but let's see if he signs. He does. Okay, we're at least going to get 2 really good years out of Zach Martin. I really don't know about that 3rd year if he'll still be a starter, but we got him on the squad. We got an 89 overall massive right guard. Bro, Quentin Nelson and Zach Martin on the same team is so sick. And now I'm going to do something really crazy. Normally in my rebuilds, I try to keep it relatively realistic. I like to go to the draft, and I don't like to go insane with the trades. But it's the offseason. This is a Colts rebuild before Madden 26 comes out. I'm gonna do some stupid shit. One thing I've always wanted to do is just make a wicked wide receiver blockbuster trade. Our best wide receiver right now is Michael Pittman, and we've got a round 1 pick 17. And I'm targeting Justin Jefferson. Now, realistically, would the Vikings ever trade Justin Jefferson? I don't know. But the Vikings, I don't think they're on trajectory for a Super Bowl. They've got a superstar wide receiver in Jordan Addison. They have 2 superstar wide receivers. So might Minnesota want draft capital and another solid wide receiver in exchange for their superstar? I don't know, but I've got the cap space and it's technically possible. I want to see how much more they want. I'm not even that far off. I'm a 2nd round pick away, I think. Sign on the dotted line. Michael Pittman Jr., a 1st, a 2nd, and 2 5ths for Justin Jefferson. Ironically, the Minnesota Vikings pulled off the NFL's greatest comeback of all time against the Indianapolis Colts. And now Justin Jefferson is an Indianapolis Colt. And not only that, but we retain Alec Pierce and Josh Downs and Tyler Warren. One thing's for certain, though. Okay, number one, Justin Jefferson's morale went down, which is probably pretty understandable. You went from Minnesota to Indianapolis. I'm sorry, man. I am. It's a business decision, Jefferson. He looks incredibly bizarre in his new threads. I don't know why he's number 83. I guess 18 isn't available on this team. As an Indianapolis Colt, Justin Jefferson is going to rock number 7 because that's how many points you get when you throw the ball to him. Technically, it should be 6, but let's not get into the weeds, okay? Now, technically, I do have a draft recap because I had a round 3 pick. We got Dexter Clark, a 70 overall corner, nothing fancy. Now, I did just trade away like literally all of my picks to the Vikings. So I'm hoping this wasn't a super strong, that is an ass draft class. That's so nice. Not a single player over an 80 overall. Let's see what the Vikings got for all those picks. So I gave them round 1 pick 17. And with that pick, they got Clavon Ramsey, a 72 overall D-tack. Round 2 pick 17, they got a solid right guard. And outside of that, they really didn't get anything that good. So yeah, that was a hell of a trade. It's always depressing when you trade a team your first round pick and then they draft just an outright freak show superstar and you're like, darn, whoopsies. The only big adjustment I need to make in the depth chart is slot wide receiver. So we're not rocking Tyler Warren there anymore. It was great for that first year to get him extra reps, but now it's got to be Justin Jefferson because I want to watch him put up freak show numbers on this team. At tight end is Tyler Warren. We actually don't have a backup tight end at the moment, so I think I'm gonna need to go sign a free agent for that. And our wide receiver room is completely stacked. And if we zoom out and take a look at the entire roster, the best players in Indianapolis: Justin Jefferson, Quentin Nelson, Zach Martin, Jonathan Taylor, and Bernard Raymond. Kenny Moore, DeForest Buckner, Josh Downs, Smith. I think by the end of this, I think the top 5 is going to be Anthony Richardson, Justin Jefferson, Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor. I don't know about that 5th. It might end up being a defensive player. Halfway through the season, things are looking good. We're 4-3, taking on the 4-2 Commanders. Justin Jefferson is 2nd in the league in receiving yards, behind only Amon-Ra St. Brown. Anthony Richardson leads the league in passing yards. Kenny Moore is 2nd in the league in interceptions. What a great start. I said we were going to turn around the passing game, although now our running game has taken a hit. Let's play the moments here against Jaden Daniels' Commanders. I want to see Justin Jefferson on his new team. All right, 3rd and 5. We got a little third down alert. They want us to convert this for them. Anthony, so many weapons. So many weapons. Oh, and I read that wrong. I'm a dummy. So I thought that DB was dropping. He was in probably a light blue, but Sim Colts looks like they got 7 on their own, and we might get more. I don't think I'm needed here. If I'm being honest, I'm really not. 3rd and 2. There's my boy Tyler Warren. Tight window. Ugh. I'm feeling like Tuco right now. 14-3, 14-9. This is a close game. Got to hold on to this lead, 1st and 10. All right, Tyler Warren's going to clear on the left side. I just love Tyler Warren, bro. I would love to get Tyler Warren superstar. All right, 1st and 10. Josh Downs, I didn't forget about you. Dude, ooh. I honestly, I kind of low-key feel bad for Josh Downs in all of this. That first season, Tyler Warren's our slot guy, and he's getting all the reps. This next season, we trade for Justin Jefferson. And Josh Downs is out there like, dog, what about me? I'm young, and I'm talented. Sorry, buddy. But it's just a business decision. We go Tyler Warren here, who's by some ungodly possibility is still on his feet. We can pretty much put this game away. Anthony Richardson is putting on a clinic. 17 for 20, 270 and 2. And all we need is a first down. This game's over with the first down. I'm not saying we're good sports, though. I'm not saying we're just going to, QB kneel. Oh, my God. Bulldozed. What a play by the D tackle. Who was that? That was Jonathan Allen. Just completely blew that play up. 3rd and 4. Go Alec Pierce here, but I'm not going to get it off. Wait a minute. That was really stupid. Big field goal. Definitely need it. We're going to pin it down the middle. Yikes. Excuse me, sir. Do I need to get a kicker? There's Rigoberto Sanchez, the punter, coming in as the kicker. I've got to sign a kicker in free agency. I'm really glad I noticed that. That can really bite you in the ass, especially in the playoffs. Every once in a while, your kicker will retire or you'll forget to re-sign him or something, and the game doesn't tell you that you don't have a kicker. So it's obviously my responsibility to do it, but I've got burnt by that before. All right, I've seen the Commanders pull off some shit late in games many times. I'm not going to fall victim to that. 2nd and 10, 27 seconds. We get on Jaden Daniels in the backfield, and this game is over. I'm going to send a blitz. I'm sending Franklin and Carly's. 2nd and 10. Oh, yes, sir. This is over. Horrible decision. This game's over. I don't think they can run another play. Oh, they can. They have one more play. I take it back. Julian Blackman, get your ass back there. Okay. It's still technically not over. They get out of bounds. Prevent 3 deep. I will not be the Chicago Bears. I will not be the Chicago Bears. I repeat, I will not be the Chicago Bears. Come on, boys. Oh, God, that's such a good pass. I might be the Chicago Bears. I'm not. Nick Cross. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so sorry, Bears fans. If you just got to this, if you got to this point in the video and you caught a stray, I'm very sorry. Big W for the Colts. 5-3 season. We're looking playoff bound here. Dude, look at the free agents available right now. Nick Chubb, Dante Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones. It's actually kind of crazy, but I just need a kicker. Blake Group. I'm going Rodrigo Blankenship. I know this kid got cut, and I know he's kind of struggled, but let's bring him back. You know what's funny? I think was he a Colt? I think he was a Colt, and then he got cut by the Colts. Oh my God. Dude, we're cursed, I think. That is 3 straight seasons going 8-9. I will say, take a look at our team, though. 87 overall, 91 offense, 87 defense. We're significantly better than we were, but it looks like down the stretch there, we lost a couple of really close games. I don't think that's a bad omen for our team, though. I think we'll be just fine. Every once in a while, you just drop some really close games, and the margin for error is really small. 3-point loss to the Browns, 1 possession loss to the Steelers, 1 possession loss to the Texans, and then 2 3-point losses at the end of the season to the Jets and the Cowboys. If any of those games go in our favor, we make playoffs. It's all right. I'm cool with it. This was kind of like, this reminds me of a Cincinnati Bengals season, though, because we had a very statistically good season. Richardson, more touchdowns, less interceptions, more yards. Great job. I love that trajectory. Jonathan Taylor, 12 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson, 8 on the ground. Receiving, what? Oh my God. Jefferson put up 1,316. Alec Pierce put up 1,210. If I could somehow have gotten Anthony Richardson to throw the ball to just Justin Jefferson, this dude would have had about 2,000 yards and 25 touchdowns. But still, that's incredible. Tyler Warren put up a ton of yards, but only got in the end zone once. Downs put up great yards, and Jonathan Taylor caught a few. Defensively, what do we got? Zaire Franklin and Carly's once again. I should consider a replacement for Zaire Franklin. He's now 8 years in the league. He's getting to about 30, 31. I may look into that. Kenny Moore, though, also, I mean, he's 9 years in the league now, but 5 interceptions is great. Carly's had 4 once again. Jalen Carly's is not really a guy I knew much of anything about, but he's been playing super well for us, so I'm really happy about that. 6 sacks out of Letu, Buckner, Stewart. Big fall off for Harold Perkins. He went from 6.5 sacks to only 1 this season. I think I do got to beef up this D-line. If you look at our D-line, Letu's nice, only 2 years in the league, but Buckner, 10. Grover Stewart, 9. Zaire Franklin, 8. Kenny Moore, 9. Our defense is aging. I think that's where we focus in this upcoming free agency and draft. Free agency didn't have much of anything we were interested in, so we'll head into this draft with actual draft picks. We didn't make any bonkers trades, and we've got round 1, pick 12. This is an interesting one, but I really like this guy, Dwight Bradford. Left end, round 1 talent with elite acceleration, great agility, change direction and jumping, and good speed and strength. You'd kind of prefer that the strength was great or elite, but he's a speed rusher, 6'5", 260 out of Connecticut. He's a lefty. I'm going right here. Round 1, pick 12. He's 46 in true value, so hopefully he's a 74-ish overall. That's my best case scenario. He is hidden dev, though. All right, we got ourselves a hidden dev left end. I love it. My next pickup is going to be Cordell Benjamin. This is round 2, pick 44. Incredible intangibles for an outside linebacker. Elite speed, elite acceleration. Like I said, I kind of want to focus on my defense. He's 32. Oh, this guy's really good. Hidden dev, 86 speed. 91 excel, lefty out of Oregon. Super solid player. The thing I do kind of want, though, I need a corner or a D tackle because I think Kenny Moore, DeForest Buckner are the next 2, like, where we got to upgrade. This is kind of a reach, but I'm going to go for it. It's a man-to-man corner with elite acceleration. He's 6'3". I like the size. 72 in true value. Normal dev. 91 speed, 95 excel, 6'3". That was pretty nice. Draft recap. Dude, I like our picks. Bradford's a 73, Benjamin's a 74, and Van Dyke is a 71. Some big whiffs on the rest of these guys. Let's take a look at the whole class. Damn, an 83 overall right end, an 80 overall wide receiver. Nothing else too alarming here. A solid center. overall, good draft. All right, year 3. I love how things are looking, and Anthony Richardson is progressing, but this guy can't get off normal dev. He'd be a 90 overall by now if it wasn't normal dev. Jonathan Taylor looks great. Jefferson looks amazing. Raymond, Nelson, Bordellini, Cochran, and Smith. The offensive line's looking really good too. Fun fact, Zach Martin retired. So I got 1 year out of Zach Martin, and then he retired. So I do get the salary cap back. Like, I got the money, so that's nice. But yeah, 3 years was a pretty lofty goal for Zach Martin. Warren looks good. Josh Downs looks good. And defensively, we're making our improvements, but obviously we're not there yet. I'm going to move Bradford to D-tackle 1. I think that'll be an interesting move here. I think a big thing holding us back right now is we don't have any true playmaker on the defensive side of the ball. We've got a very well-rounded defense of players that can make plays, but I don't have like that impact defensive player. Let's see how this season goes. Oh my Lord. 13-4 season for the Indianapolis Colts. We have the worst wildcard matchup possible, the Kansas City Chiefs. They're so hard to beat. They're only 10-7, but I gotta see the stats on this season because we went crazy. Anthony Richardson is like this inevitable stomp of progression. Every dynasty I've ever played, he goes from the guy with the most interceptions to like MVP candidate 5 years in. 4,700 yards, 38-18, another improving season. He's still kind of an interception machine though. I can't get this guy to throw less than 15 interceptions. That is true. Jonathan Taylor almost hits 1,000, but 10 touchdowns, 6 on the ground for Richardson. And look at Jaden Ott. Jaden Ott's that California running back, 6 touchdowns. We're starting to see that shift. Jonathan Taylor's getting to about 30 years old. Jefferson with another awesome... Dude, okay. Sometimes, bro, I don't understand Buffalo playbook. 1,304. Pierce. 1,107. Josh Downs has less than 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns. Tyler Warren had 5. Taylor had 4. Ott had 2. And Quentin Stewart, the fullback, has a receiving touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, true. Defensively, it's Carles and Jamie and Sherwood this time for tackles. Looks like Zaire Franklin finally kicked the can. Latu. Very nice. Very nice performance. Evan Beckham, our second-year D-tackle with 8 sacks, Quiddy Pay 5.5. And Bradford, very ineffective, unfortunately, on the defensive side of the ball. That was kind of like, I was hoping he'd have a good rookie year, but no dice. Jones, Clark, Jalen Carles, and Kenny Moore all had solid interceptions. And if we take a look around the whole league, oh my God, Elliott Ledford in his second year, just an auto-generated Ole Miss quarterback, had 5,200 yards, 45 and 11. That's ungodly. He's going to win MVP and Offensive Rookie of the Year in the same year. That's gross. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. Joe Burrow put up 5,000. Oh, actually, Joe Burrow might get MVP. More touchdowns, less interceptions, only 200 less yards. Yeah, Joe Burrow probably gets it, but good Lord, that's a crazy stat line. Greg Wagner. Dude, the whole league is getting taken over by auto-generated players. These guys are going dummy. Shadur Sanders is up there. Mahomes put up a great stat line, of course. Our interception king, J.J. McCarthy, followed up by Mark Todd, Carson Beck, Kyler Murray, and Lindsey Barker. Lindsey Barker sounds like the name of a shitty female reporter. I don't know why. If I was a shitty female reporter, my name would be Lindsey Barker. This guy went to Michigan State. Oh, you fraud. Putting a bad name on us. Rushing yards, Bijan led the league. Saquon with 22 touchdowns. Saquon literally has like 20-plus touchdowns every season. Then receiving, Puka Nacua puts up 1,815. Lad McConkey's kind of balling out. The top 5 in the league are Tank Dell, Ayuk, McConkey, Higgins, and Puka Nacua. It's a different league out here, boys. It's a different league. Defensively, 21.5 sacks out of Aiden Hutchinson, 7 interceptions out of Paulson Adebo. Okay, I am going to sim this playoff game. If we can make it past the Chiefs, we can probably win it, but this team is so hard to beat in sim. Oh my God, we dicked on them. 41-23? Oh, shit. We got a serious shot here, boys. We dominated the Chiefs. Let me see the stats on this game. Mahomes had 3 touchdowns and interception. Richardson had 1 touchdown and no interceptions. How did we score? Oh, Jonathan Taylor, 14 touches, 133 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Anthony Richardson put in a rushing touchdown himself. 5 broken tackles and a 74-yard heater. Jonathan Taylor, you dirty dog. That's nasty. One thing, like one piece of functionality I hope that they add in the future is to just look at the box score and show highlights. Like, it's simulating that game in those stats, but I can't retroactively see the highlights unless I watch every single game. It'd be really cool to sim through a game and then show me the top 3 plays from the game. I think that'd be a really cool feature. It's Electronic Arts we're talking about. Okay, 13-4, Colts versus Bills. We have a 91 overall offense, but we have an 84 defense. We're a little top heavy. The Bills are well-rounded, and we've got the exact same playbook. I'm going to play the moments in this game. Should be a fun one. Let's check in on the team. Richardson's up to a 91 overall. Taylor a 92. We've got 3 amazing wide receivers, 87, 88, and 99. Offensive line looks beautiful. Tyler Warren can't hit that superstar level, but he's still an 85. And on the defensive side of the ball, it's just a ton of dogs. Like, it's no freak show Myles Garrett's or Aiden Hutchinson's. But Carly's, Franklin, Sherwood. Wait a minute. Why does Zaire Franklin have no tackles if he is MLB 1? I must be missing something. Blackman, Jones, Pay, Bradford, Letu, Moore, and Nick Cross. I like it, boys. I like it. Let me play the moments here, yeah? Josh Allen, Anthony Richardson, Keon Coleman. Dude, Anthony Richardson is just he's just such a funny quarterback in these games. The fact that he gets up to a 91 overall at normal dev is like something that no other player in this game can do. I don't know why. The guy can't get a dev trade upgrade, but he can become an absolute freak. And Williams, got a right tackle over there. Justin Jefferson with grab and smash. I think Tyler Warren's manned up. Oh, no. He's not. Richardson, bend the corner. Damn. Ed Oliver is fast. I did not expect that. All right, we got too many weapons to be getting sacked like that. 2nd and 17. Let's just play this one smart. I think you're going to clear on that right side. Yes, sir. Josh Downs. Dude, it is so awesome to look anywhere on the field and just have an amazing player to throw to. Pierce, Downs, Jefferson, Warren, Jonathan Taylor. You can't get it much better than this. And I think I'm going Jay Jett as he's in single coverage. And whoa. Bad ball, Anthony Richardson. Richardson's got that cannon on him, but didn't have the accuracy that we needed. And Paul Rudd's going to come out here and bomb this punt. It's actually a really good punt. It's a super good punt. Fair caught. We come up empty on that drive right there. Big 3rd and 16 is a huge 3rd down. We actually could get a punt here. I'm going to blitz. Let's blitz. Oh, he can go running back. Does he? No, he throws. Intercepted. Josh Allen, haywire football. And it's Colts ball again. Unfortunately, we're right back on D. Oh my God, it's 4th and 2 and they're going for it. Come on, Harold Perkins. They're going to run this, aren't they? 4th and 2. It's a handoff. No! I whiffed. Oh my God, I mega whiffed. Oh, I hit that gap so well too. I didn't even need to dive. I could have just wrapped him up. Wow, I've been so good down there. Up until right then. All right, 2nd and 6. Let's make a big play. Here's Carly's, Jalen Carly's, probably the unsung hero of this rebuild. And wow, that's a laser beam. Josh Allen. It is 0-0 as this 2nd quarter comes down. It's coming down to it. I don't think they run this, but I'm unsure with just, nope, they're not running this. 5 wide, motions out James Cook, 30 seconds on this clock. Big play here from Buffalo. They throw James Cook. Tackled quick, and Buffalo calls a timeout. I'm going to blitz this here. I want to get a nice little sack. Can we get a sack here, boys? Let's go, Perkins. Let's go, Perkins. Yes, sir! Oh! Dalton Kincaid? Oh, my God! Dalton Kincaid with the choke of a century. How on earth do you drop that football? 3rd and goal. One more stop. One more stop! Good tackle. 4th and goal. 20 seconds on the 1, and they're going for it. Oh, my God, they're going for it. We know they're running. We know they're running. I'm on Nick Cross. We got to blow it up. Where are they going? Up the middle? Up the middle. Blow it up! Yes, sir! The Colts make a stand! And we got a 3rd down alert. It is, oh, my God, what a stand. All right, I'm a little mad at Justin Jefferson, and I'm a little mad at Anthony Richardson because I really wanted that big boy, but we can always just be smart and hit Tyler Warren out in the flats. If the Buffalo Bills don't want to cover our young freak show tight end. All right, down in the red zone, no bad plays, no empty possessions. Let's play this smart. Jonathan Taylor for a clean 3 yards. I love it. And if they're going to stay in this formation, I'm going inside zone. They don't got the numbers. Yes, sir! Jonathan Taylor picks up a good 7. 1st and goal on the 6. Let's use Anthony Richardson's legs. They do have a nice D-line. but I think we're going to be able to step up. Yes, sir. No. Wow, that felt good. That felt like it was going to get through. That's all right. Honestly, I think I kind of made a mistake there. We got Quentin Nelson on this left side, and we've got Jonathan Taylor. This is exactly what we got to do with J-Train. Jonathan Taylor bullies his way in. That was the first touchdown of this game, and Buffalo instantly turns the football over. It's 7-0. We're back in the red zone. What a beautiful moment here for Indianapolis. Here we go. Tyler Warren, an easy 8. Buffalo is nowhere to be found. Dude, I want to go to Jefferson so bad. Justin Jefferson is manned up in the red zone. Are you out of your mind? Why can I not audible? It is not letting me audible. Doesn't matter. Justin Jefferson. That might have been like an RPO, like a QB draw option, so I couldn't, I don't know. But Justin Jefferson gets a beautiful touchdown here. Justin Jefferson and Jonathan Taylor with touchdowns. It's 4th down. It's 4th down. Tight defense. Tight defense, but still caught. Buffalo's got to go for it every single time here. 4th and 5. Let's go with the blitz. Let's go with the blitz. I'm on Carly's. Can we get home? Can we get home on Buffalo here? Who's on him? Let's go. They're empty. He's empty. He throws back across his body. Julian Blackmon's got it. And that's all she wrote. This game is over. Julian Blackmon. That is 2 interceptions, Josh Allen. Indianapolis is having a good time in the playoffs right now, baby. 14-0, a shutout against Buffalo in the divisional. That's crazy. Ooh. AFC Championship is against a 15-2 Cincinnati Bengals team. I want to take a look at our roster right now because it's juiced. Jefferson, Nelson, Taylor, Richardson, and Raymond are our top 5. Josh Downs is creeping his way up along with Nick Cross, Jalen Jones, and Kenny Moore. But let's take a look at that Bengals team. Bengals, Burrow and Chase, T. Higgins, Hendrickson, Turner. DJ Turner, Super Bowl MVP at the start of this thing. Yeah, he's superstar. Mims, De'Ami Brown. They got Odafe Owe, so they got him in free agency. Jalen Walker. Okay. All right, 0-0. Okay, yeah, Cincinnati actually looks very scary. They look a lot scarier than Buffalo. 3rd and 6. Chase Brown's still back there. So this is a really similar Cincinnati team that we're used to. Oh, that's a dot. I don't think I have the angle. Hey! De'Ami Brown is fast. Hey. Everybody listen up. The Indianapolis Colts have been spectacular on the goal line. Zaire Franklin, I need you to dive over this pile like it's the tush push. Come on, baby. Right through the middle. Good defense. Dude, we are the best goal line stopping team in the league. It is not a touchdown until you cross that line, buddy. I don't care what the red zone is. 2nd and goal. Come on. Let's do it again. Oh, my God. Nobody can score down here. Lay two. Putting the finishing touches on that. Come on, Zaire. 3rd and goal. One more right up the middle. Oh, they gave that to him? I thought we had him. I'm not going to lie, I thought we had him. All right, boys, it's 7-0. We've got our own red zone attempt, though. And so many weapons on this team. I'm going to bring Justin Jefferson across the middle and Downs deep. I'm also going to send Jonathan Taylor deep. Hopefully, this just clears up Jefferson. That's what I'm going for here. That could not have gone more perfectly. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Justin Jefferson, back-to-back playoff games with the Colts with a big boy touchdown. It's 7-7. Cincinnati is right back in range, though. I'm going Harold Perkins. 1st and 10. Come on now, Burrow. What do you got, buddy? You got a false start. Dumbass. Yeah, pretty boy. Pretty boy gets penalties, huh? I hate an objectively handsome guy. It just pisses me off, bro. You got $600 bazillion million contract and you're handsome as shit. Fuck you, bro. Can't wait to take this Super Bowl from you. Let's go. Pitch that shit. Oh, sure would. You better score this, son. Don't you sell the clip. No. Oh, my God. That was an elite pitch. 7-7, intercepted, pitch of the century, and we get a chance to take a lead here before half. Oh, my goodness. That was so gross. Uh-oh. Did you just man up Justin Jeff? Oh, my God. Oh my God, Justin Jefferson was the freest touchdown, but I couldn't get the pass off. That hurts. Oh my goodness, he was so open. All right, 2nd and 10. Same thing's not going to be open, but it's zone coverage. So Downs is going to find a soft spot in that. 3rd and 2. Clock is ticking big time. God, I hate the clock management in this game. I got to call a timeout here. 8 seconds, 4th and 5, and I have to take the field goal. That blows. Dude, the clock management in this game, bro, if you don't, like, call a timeout, it'll just milk 28 seconds. No matter the down and distance, you'll just get fried there. Either way, we do get 3 points there. 10-7. And it's another big oh, it's 3rd and 17, though. So this should be favorable for us. Let's get some pressure. And then Sherwood, I just got to go cover the toughest guy. Damn, look at the pressure. Huge. Is that Vernon? Who is that? Not Vernon Broughton. I take it back. He's not on this team. I'm getting my Colts rebuild and my Saints rebuild mixed up. 17-7. We got a sim touchdown there. And it's 4th and 2. This is ball game, gentlemen. Let's make a huge stop. This is for the ball game right here. He's got to sit down. A big one. No. I should not have gone for the interception. That was so greedy. If I go for the swat, I've got a great chance there just to break that up. But I went for all the marbles. And I'm feeling the sting of my decision right now. It's okay. It's 1st and 10. A few good first downs or a touchdown. We're right back in the driver's seat. I'm going Justin Jefferson. Double cover. Don't matter. He comes down with it. Oh, my God. He's so good. Bro, I have never gotten really to use Justin Jefferson because I don't think I've done a Vikings rebuild. And I never trade for him because he just seems like a guy you can't realistically trade for. So to get to use him here is so exciting. But we still maintain the core of this Colts team. Like Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson. Still got Kenny Moore on defense. Nick Cross. This is going beautifully right now. Now 2nd and 5. Let's continue to make big plays. Jefferson in the middle. Dude, they cannot stop this guy. Justin Jefferson's completely taking this game over. All right, 1st and 10. Somebody guard this, man. Alec Pierce downfield blocker. Nice work. Almost could have turned that into more. 2nd and 4. We got to be smart here. This is a playoff game. It's no time to, like, get a big ego. Let's just hand this to Jonathan Taylor, pick up this 1st down, and close this puppy out. Wait for your blocks. Wait for your blocks. Jonathan Taylor, patience. That's game. 7 rushes, 97 yards. Actually, I take it back. It's not quite game. Cincinnati retains a timeout. I forgot about the 2-minute warning. It is not game over. All right. Good lead block. I get dragged down. 2nd and 8 since he uses a timeout. See if we can get on the edge here. We got to get past Trey Hendrickson. Nah, let's go right side. Let's get away from Trey Hendrickson. I like those blocks. I love those blocks. No! Tyler Warren! Tyler Warren gave up on that block, and I'm a little frustrated with him. We can't quite put this game away yet. It's 3rd and 9. We absolutely have to get an inbounds pass here. All right, let's just go Jonathan Taylor if he turns this into something crazy. Big stiff arm! That's ball game! Jonathan Taylor, he's got arm bar. He's got the armbar ability, and we can QB kneel this out. What a check down. Oh, my dude. I was just thinking about keeping that ball in bounds, and the game ends like that, but we're not even needed. And we can jump forward to the end of the game. 17-14. The AFC Championship goes to the Colts. Just barely squeaking past Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and that stacked roster. Dude, Justin Jefferson, absolutely player of the game. Also, something I noticed, they don't do like a player of the game in Madden. I love, dude, player of the game in college football. That's one of my favorite little things. Right at the end of the game, you see the player with the best stat line, see some of their highlights. I don't know, I kind of missed that. We can take a peek here, though. So Richardson completed only 9 passes, 130 yards. Doesn't look very spectacular. Although, honestly, player of the game might be Jonathan Taylor. 9 for 98 and a touchdown. He's been so good for us. Justin Jefferson had 4 for 57 and 1. I take it back. I think Jonathan Taylor is the player of the game here. All right, who's our Super Bowl matchup? Let's take a look at this bracket. Oh my God, it is the 5 seed New Orleans Saints. Colts versus Saints for the Super Bowl. Wow, I'm shocked. They took down that monstrous Rams team with that insane second-year player, 27-28. They beat the Lions 47-41, and they beat the Eagles. They went through the gauntlet. This has got to be a really good Saints team, dude. This has got to be a really good Saints team. All right, boys, let me sim this up to the Super Bowl. Dude, what is this Saints roster? They're 10-7. Who is their quarterback? That's so crazy. My most recent rebuild was Saints, and it was a very tough rebuild. So they've got a super good Olave. Oh, they have Greg Wagner. They got this guy. That's how they turned this team around. They drafted Jose Vernon, an X-Factor tight end, and Greg Wagner, an X-Factor quarterback. Oh, shit. Adebo, Breesy, McKinstry, Ricky White, super good wide receiver. They just drafted, like, so well. Let me see this Greg Wagner kid. Greg Wagner, a 99 overall. Cal, what's it with Cal in this sim? Yikes. All right, yeah. Anthony Richardson could never. Anthony Richardson is normal dev, but we're still going to catch a W. All right, don't forget about your Colts roster, though. Don't go sleeping on your Colts roster. We got Justin Jefferson now. We traded away a big first rounder, a second rounder, Michael Pittman, a couple more picks, but we got him. Quentin Nelson, Jonathan Taylor, Raymond and Richardson make up our top 5. Josh Downs, Jalen Jones, Cross, Moore, and Pierce not far behind. Let's play the moments, boys. It's the big game, the Super Bowl. The 87 Colts taking on the 86 Saints. That Saints team looks so different. Whereas our Colts roster is more or less the same, plus Justin Jefferson. All right, boys, 1st and 10, 0-0. And Jefferson just burned his man on the first play of the Super Bowl, and Richardson throws a bad ball. Oh my God, he put it behind him. That was literally a touchdown on the first play of the Super Bowl if Richardson puts that where it needs to be. Oh my goodness, great release. Kool-Aid McKinstry, their best corner, just got fried by Jefferson, but it wasn't enough, although, All right, you know what? Good time to throw a bad ball, Warren. Or Richardson. Good time to throw a bad ball. All right, 2nd and 10. Tyler Warren, Pierce Downs, and Jefferson. What do we got? I think Jefferson clears behind that. Oh my God, Justin Jefferson. Oh, his spin move. His spin move is not what I thought it would be. Justin Jefferson's getting Super Bowl MVP. That's my goal here. Oh my God, he's cooking them. 1st and goal. What do they got? Richardson roll out. Does he get this corner? Does he bend the corner? Richardson! He may be normal dev. He may not be the best passer of all time, but he's got wheels. Good, and we get to play a little defense. Dude, I'm going to be honest. This might be one of the, like, most, I don't want to say mediocre, but this might be one of the most average defenses I've ever gotten to the Super Bowl. Like, when I really struggle on a rebuild, the number one change I always make is, like, I got to get an elite pass rusher. I got to get a superstar X-Factor corner or something. This defense is a ton of high overall star dev players or normal dev players, but they're dogs. I mean, how many amazing plays has Carly's made? Julian Blackman, Kenny Moore. 2nd and 10, dude, and we can't get scored on in the goal line. I swear, once they get down in this red zone, everybody just goes blank. We're so good down here. 2nd and 10. Now let's stick to our word. We can't just say that. We got to stick to our word here. Oh my God, why do I speak? Why do I speak out loud? Of course I was going to get scored on after I said all that shit. 7-7. We're running coaches suggested plays every time. A cross between sim and play. 7-7 in the Super Bowl. 2-minute warning. Dragon spacing. Tyler Warren, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, Jefferson, and our stud Jonathan Taylor. Not where I wanted to go with that football. To be honest, that was supposed to go Jonathan Taylor. 4th and 5, a big field goal. 52 yards. We got Eddie Pinheiro now. I think that's who that is. 4th and 5, big field goals up. And it's through the middle. Clutch. Ice in his veins. It is Eddie Pinheiro. It is 10-10. Saints match us. Saints match our score. 3rd and inches. Read option is the perfect play call here, but oh shit, isn't it flipped on this? Do I press nothing to get, yeah. I was about to say, oh, look at the blocks. Taylor, stiff arm, get the fuck off of me. Saints are getting Marshawn Lynch flashbacks. Damn. Dude, armbar is such a sick ability. I forgot about armbar, because they don't got armbar in college football. 1st and goal, we're sticking to Jonathan Taylor. He's having a hell of a ball game. Truck right through him. Jonathan Taylor is unstoppable. That's a touchdown, Colts. It's 17-10. 3rd and 3, big stop. Come on, boys. It's the big game. Let's put this thing away. This will be one of my, dude, I didn't think Colts rebuild was going to be hard, but I'm so excited with how this has gone. We just got to put it all together right here. Wagner makes a great throw. They convert. No, this game is not over, ladies and gentlemen. It is not over. We can't be running cover 2. Do they run this football on 2nd and inches? No. Oh, yikes. That was man coverage. We got lost in the sauce there. Defensive breakdown, but it ain't over. It is 1st and 10, 17-17, with 3 minutes left in the Super Bowl. And you know damn well who I'm going to. Jonathan Taylor! Since Pete Werner's old ass on his ass. Time to retire, kid! Woo! Just kidding. Pete Werner is not old. I mean, even this far in the future, he's not old, but Jonathan Taylor certainly just made him look old right there. Ooh, little blitz. Picked up nicely by Richardson. We'll hit the short route. Yeah, they sent damn near everybody there. 17-17. 1st and 10. Jonathan Taylor to the left side. And, dude, he's just bulldozing every single person in his path. I know he's got abilities for it, but he's just so good right now. He feels better than he should. Armbar jukebox closer, Quentin Nelson. Justin Jefferson has 4 abilities. I'm going to flip this to the left side. 2nd and 5, dude, with a dominant run game. We can just put this game away. Do it again. Oh, my God. How many times are we going to put 55 on his ass? 1st and 10. Saints are using their timeouts. I'm going halfback dive to the kid. There we go. Jonathan Taylor. Look who it is. Oh, my God. 55 has legitimately... It's also not Pete Werner. I thought that was Pete Werner. It's someone else. 2nd and 5. Why not, Jonathan Taylor? Why don't you just do it again? Why not just win Super Bowl MVP? I almost don't even think that was the right decision. I could have used a lot more clock there. But it's 24-17. And we got to keep this high-powered Saints offense out of the end zone. We got 1:07 seconds. They've got 1 timeout. Clock is not on their side, dude. Clock burns like no other in this game. Here we go. Olave. He doesn't go Olave. And this is not college football. That clock is ticking. And look at that. They lose 15, 16, 17 seconds, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And they finally snap it. They go short. And it gets lit up. It's insta-picked up by a Saint, and they call a timeout? That was a crazy play. Oh, my goodness. 2nd and 1. Saints are out of timeouts. They got to go yard now. They got to go yard or get out of bounds. Dude, they, just ended the game. This is how crazy clock management is. This game's, over now. Well, okay. That used about, what, 14? And they're going motion again, these dummies. They get in Hail Mary, Saints, or you're just going to lose this game. I don't want to win like a fraud. I want to see you really try this. All right, we're playing deep. I'm going on Van Dyke. We got the nickel set in right now. He throws it to a reporter who's going to take home a Super Bowl game ball for his kid, but it's not going to bring the Saints any closer to a win. I'm going on Clark here. Number 11 with that black visor. Dude, they got to go to the end zone. It's over. Saints just basically conceded this ball game. The Indianapolis Colts are Super Bowl champions. 24-17. Dude, a ton of close games. But honestly, this Colts team is actually really nice. Jonathan Taylor progresses so well. Josh Downs, Richardson. Adding Justin Jefferson and Tyler Ward is just the icing on the cake. And that defense played out of their minds for no superstar X Factors. I'm so proud of that defensive unit. The myth is busted, too. We do not need a Myles Garrett. We don't need an Aiden Hutchinson. We don't need a, we don't need a 99 overall X Factor defensive player to win a Super Bowl. We just need a bunch of dogs on the same page. The big question is, who is Super Bowl MVP? Let's take a look at our player stats. Richardson barely threw the football. He got outplayed by Greg Wagner for sure, but he wasn't needed. 11 for 13. We're not a high-powered throwing offense. We don't need to be, because Jonathan Taylor has 11 carries for 84 yards, averaging 8 yards a touch, and 2 touchdowns. He's unbelievable. Receiving, Jefferson goes 5 for 100, but never found the end zone. The Saints have Quentin Johnston, and he balled out. I didn't even know that. Defensively, Carly's had 9, no interceptions, so I don't think MVP it's got to be Jonathan Taylor. It really does have to be Jonathan Taylor. 2027 season recap. Jonathan Taylor is a Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow won the NFL MVP. Hutch won Defensive Player of the Year. Puka, Offensive Player of the Year. And Simon and Kaplan were Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nice work, boys. I never even looked at 2026. Packers beat the Dolphins. Greg Wagner, the guy we just played, won Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. All right, boys. Dude, this team is so nasty now. I got to see how we look next season. All right, here's how the Colts roster looks after winning the Super Bowl. Anthony Richardson finally get star dev, but it came at a cost. We got the Soul Stone, ladies and gentlemen. We sacrificed Jonathan Taylor, superstar. Jonathan Taylor peaked at the very perfect time because he just hit 29 years old, where he now loses about 4 or 5 overalls every season, and he just lost the dev tree, which is very sad because he was so good last season. Jefferson actually regressed. Jefferson hit a -1 overall there, but he's still a superstar X Factor. Warren looks solid, and the O-line still looks really good. Defensively, not a single one of these guys got a superstar upgrade for making the Super Bowl, which is kind of sad. Zaire Franklin has actually formally officially retired, and Cordell Benjamin can move to MLB 1. So, like, overall-wise, team still looks good, but we have a chance to run it back here. We're 11-6. We still have a super good offense and a mediocre defense, and our wildcard opponent's the Jacksonville Jaguars. We kind of, you know, we had a chance to not make it, too. We just barely beat the Bills and the Texans. Those 2 wins were big. If we lost both those games, I don't think we make it. Yeah, we actually don't make it because we're at the top of the AFC South, just barely. Josh Downs had 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. Richardson led the entire league in passing yards. And in second was Greg Wagner, our Super Bowl opponent. Oh, my God. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Anthony Richardson just turns into a freak show. 5,102 yards, 48 and 13. Oh, my God. I don't know that I've ever even had a 5,000-plus passer before right now, and it's Anthony Richardson doing it. 48 and 13, it won't be MVP because Wagner probably gets it here. That cuck. Dude, Bill's playbook is nice. Breece Hall led the league in rushing yards. Receiving was Nakua Amin-Ra, our Josh Downs, Ayuk, and Dell. Interesting that Jefferson's getting overshadowed. Defensively, 23.5 sacks out of Hutch. He just broke the record. Or tied it, right? 7 interceptions out of Budda Baker. Cooper DeJean's sitting up there with 6. Jackie. We make it through the Jaguars. Yikes. 41-38. It was a slug out. It was a hell of a slug out, but we don't make it through the Jaguars. Richardson threw an interception. T-Law threw 4 touchdowns. And once again, wow. That's the lowest average I've ever seen on Jonathan Taylor. Honest to God, that's the biggest difference. The fact that Jonathan Taylor went from this superstar freak show to this huge regression, no abilities. Averaged 2.8 yards. Still had 3 touchdowns, but 2.8 yards is not the Jonathan Taylor I know. To, like, rebuild this team back to where it was, we would need another running back for sure. I got to check the record books, though. Did we break any Colts records? Jonathan Taylor now has the Colts career record for rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Anthony Richardson has the Colts single season passing yards from this season, 5,102. Josh Downs also got touchdown catches. This is a big season. No single game records, not shocking. Those are hard to do in the simulation. Rookie receiving yards, Tyler Warren got that with 1,138. He also got receptions with 91. But remember, he didn't get very many receiving touchdowns that year. He only got like 4. So Marvin Harrison still has it. And for single rookie game, we've got no records. It's cool to see Jonathan Taylor really pop like that, though, because, I mean, he just turned the corner on that. All right, boys, this was an absolute blast. But wait, before I go, let's see who wins this Super Bowl. Let's see if the Saints get that Super Bowl they wanted. The Saints, dude, the Saints deserved one. That's a really, really good team the Saints have built. They beat the Bills 31-24. Wagner wins MVP once again. And it's Puka Nacua and Hutchinson winning Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back seasons. Puka Nacua has won Offensive Player of the Year 3 times. All right, boys. That'll put a bow on our Colts rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a blast. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.